Hi, everybody. Happy Monday to you all. My name is KJ. For those of you I'm meeting for the first time, even though it's virtually, and this is our 60-minute Yin Yoga class. And I'm really excited about this offering this evening to help us find ease, hopefully in any anxiety that we're feeling, and to help us find a deeper sense of relaxation. So that is our plan this evening. We're going to go ahead and get started. So hopefully you've gathered all of your props. And to begin, we'll take our longer pillow and place it so it's lengthwise, as if it's our bolster. And then we'll place our shorter pillow, and just happens to be orange for effect, on the top. And that's where our head will go. We'll take our two lighter books and just hold them off to the side for the moment. And then we'll take our two thicker books and use these for the knee. So we'll start in a reclined butterfly pose, Supta Baddha Konasana, to help us find that deeper relaxation so we can tap into our breath and tap into the ease of the shapes, hopefully, as we move on, even though they'll be challenging. So to start, bring the soles of the feet to touch, and then take your two thicker books and place them, or if you have yoga blocks, place them underneath the knees. You may even consider, depending on your books, placing them at a slight diagonal. I don't know how well that works with books. Place them at a slight diagonal, and so letting the knees just rest on them. You'll take your two other books and you'll just place them on the thighs. And you might hold them there for a second or come back to it. Now from here, we're going to start to lean back, and we want to make sure that we've taken the tailbone and kind of tucked it under a little bit. So you might want to move some of the flesh around and lean back. So place your head on the pillow, and then this might be that space where we can go ahead and let the books just rest on the thighs. So as you settle into this place, move any hair that you need to, get comfortable. And we'll begin, everybody, by taking a deep, slow breath in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. A deep, slow breath in through the nose. And exhale, open the mouth, sigh it out, let it go. One last time, full breath in. And a full breath out. Rest the arms by the sides. Maybe you face the palms up, or maybe you draw the palms down toward the earth for a bit more grounding. And whatever feels most comfortable for you, whatever invites you more into your breath and into your body. And let go of controlling the breath. And just notice the natural rise of the inhale and the fall of the exhale. Taking a moment here to observe the breath, noticing where the breath starts spending a little time understanding how the breath is moving in the body. So is it shallow? Is it heavy? Is it comfortable or uncomfortable? Is it getting stuck, or is it moving freely? You might find that the breath is gravitating toward one spot or the other. And just allow each breath you take to release that which isn't serving you. So Supta Baddha Konasana is a really great shape to help us begin to let go of that which doesn't serve us. And once we start to let that go, we're able to really tap into the benefits of the breath and of the shapes we'll take. Taking a moment here to bring your awareness to the space in the thighs where you have your books. And so where we draw our awareness is where the energy will go. So we want our energy to go to that space, to the thighs, to the hips, to start to let them release and relax into the support of our yoga blocks, our yoga books. As you breathe here, as you take that time to notice, what do you feel happening in the body, happening in the breath? Are you able to make yourself 5 to 10% more comfortable? Are you able just to let go a little bit more? And from here, we're just going to gently start to deepen the breath. So taking a long inhale, really pressing the breath down toward the pelvis. So you feel the diaphragm press the belly, press the breath down. And then as you exhale, feel the breath cascade to all parts of the body, opening up the joints and softening the areas that just need a little extra love. So as you breathe in that love that you need. Breathe in that positivity. And then as you breathe out, send that to all parts of the body. As you breathe in this present moment, not worrying about what's yet to come. And as you breathe out, send that to the rest of the body. So continue to cultivate your deep breath, letting each inhale fill you up, and letting each exhale sink you deeper into your mat, feeling supported by the books, by your bolster, by your pillow. And as you become more familiar with your breath, the breath will start to become effortless. So the more we sink into this, the less we'll need to really control our breath. We'll find freedom in the breath. The more we allow ourselves to sink into this and let go, the more we'll start to understand the shape in our body in this moment. One of the things we want to do tonight is cultivating the here and now. And seeing if that can help us balance out our nervous system. Let's take 3 or 5 more long breaths here, slow and steady. Maybe at this point you bring one hand to the heart, one hand to the belly. And just feel the gentle rise of the inhale and the gentle fall of the exhale. Using this time to set an intention or focus for your practice. What do you need to cultivate on the mat and take with you? What can you leave on the mat that isn't serving you? As you're ready, gently just go ahead and remove the books from the thighs, place them off to the side. Using your hands, softly bring the knees together. And as you're ready, roll over onto the left side of the body. Maybe the hand extends out nice and long, resting your head on that, curling up here for a moment. Or this might be a great opportunity just to take a really big hug. We'll take a full breath in and a full breath out. Using your hands, slowly push your way up. And the next shape we're going to take is our mantis pose or our child's pose. So consider moving many of the props off to the side, but depending on how your knees feel this evening, you may want to place a blanket underneath the knees, or if they're feeling tighter along the back, you could take maybe one of the softer pillows or even the same blanket and place it behind the knees. Feel free to bring the knees as wide as the mat or draw the feet in. So as wide as the mat will likely help you open up the hips. Bring the knees in. It's going to feel a little bit more confined, and depending on where your emotions are at today, you might want that protection. You might want that inward protection. So from here, find what is going to be the most comfortable for you and just start to bring the arms out nice and long. Forehead can come to the mat, or you can draw it off to one side. Just so you know, I'm not checking my email. I'm just setting our timer for the practice. We're going to be in this shape for about 5 minutes. So really allow yourself to sink into it. Find that which is the most comfortable for you. And take a couple of breaths here, gentle breaths, to ease into this shape. So finding a long inhale, and then a slight pause at the top. And in that pause, contract all of the abdominal muscles, holding them there. And then slowly exhale, releasing that hold. Seeing if you can sink a little deeper into the shape. And don't force it. We've got plenty of time. We want to use the gentle awareness of our breath to help us loosen up and slowly find that relaxation point in the shape. And it's through our breath we're able to get through challenging and trying times. And it's also through our family and friends and the support around us. But in those moments when we might be feeling a little alone or a little anxious, our breath is a great tool. So breathing in here, pausing at the top, contracting all the abdominal muscles, and then exhale, sinking deeper into the shape. As you're here, take a moment just to start to count the breaths. Finding 10 deep breaths in the shape. So inhale 1, exhale 1. Slow and steady, inhale 2, exhale 2. Inhale 3, exhale 3. Inhale 4, exhale 4. Inhale 5, exhale 5. Inhale 6, exhale 6. Breath in 7, breath out 7. Breath in 8, breath out 8. Inhale 9, exhale 9. Full deep breath in 10. Full deep breath out 10. Can you make yourself 5 to 10% more comfortable in this shape? About 30 seconds left here. Continue to bring a gentle awareness to the breath, allowing yourself to sink deeper into the shape if the body invites you. Maybe you find slower, gentler breath. Let's all take a deep, slow breath in and a deep, slow breath out. When you're ready, gently use your hands to help lift you back up, moving any props you used off to the sides. Just take a moment to come onto your belly, taking a brief puddle pose. So we use our puddle as a way to reintegrate the benefits of the shape that we just took, let the energy redistribute. But more importantly tonight, I'd like you to think of our puddle poses as just a place, or as an additional place for us to find and cultivate that sense of peace, rest, and relaxation in the body. As we're here, is there something else that you can let go of that isn't serving you? And if there's something big that isn't serving you, maybe you just chip away at it a little by little tonight. Bring your awareness, bring your focus to your breath. And if any thoughts enter, take a moment to say no thank you, and just place them off to the side. Take one more full breath here. Full breath out. Roll over onto your left side. Curl up for a moment. Maybe give yourself a real big hug at this stage. And then as you're ready, gently use your hand to push your way up to a comfortable seat. So we're going to take our alternate nostril breathing at this point. As we work to not only find balance within the nervous system, we want to find balance within the breath and see as we get into some of the deeper shapes how that might help us. So take one of your pillows or your yoga blocks and sit up on it, and sit up so much though that the hips are above the knees. Let the back do what it naturally wants to do. So don't worry tonight about having to be like super straight and super strict about it. Let its natural curve happen. Just meet ourselves where we're at. I always take my glasses off for this because I find that they get in the way. So if I'm squinching a little bit, it's just because I can't see 5 feet in front of me. So I apologize. Let's bring our left hand to our knee and face the palm up. Settle in here. Draw your focus and awareness to the space in the palm. Just notice what's happening here. Maybe you start to feel a gathering of energy. Maybe you feel the weight of the air on the palm. It can be different for every person. Just notice and observe. And again, our energy goes where our awareness goes. And then draw the thumb and the pointer finger together, bringing that energy inward once again in cyclical motion. So the outward energy goes in, inward energy goes out. And then as you're ready, bring your right thumb, that little crook in the nose, and just rest it gently on the right nostril. These fingers can rest on the forehead, or you can just keep them inside the palm. Ring finger rests on the left nostril again in that little bump, that little crease. Decide which nostril is more dominant tonight, which side feels more dominant. And if you're not sure, that's okay. It might not be super obvious right now, it might change. So as you're ready, just breathe in through the dominant side, blocking off the other side. And then after your natural inhalation, where you can't take in any more air, go ahead and close off that side and open up the other side and gently breathe out. And after that exhalation, we'll repeat the process. Inhale, fill up the lungs and reach the top without struggle. And then close and open up the other side. So that's one full round. So keep moving with your breath, not worrying so much about having to have both sides perfectly even or counting it. Find your rhythm tonight. Find what is going to serve you the best. And as you breathe in, allow yourself to breathe in without struggle. So you might only get to a 3-count breath. That's okay. That's where we're at. And maybe the exhale's longer, maybe it's the same. Allow the right shoulder to release down the back. Let the eyes softly close. You sink into this breath. So one of the great benefits about our alternate nostril breathing, Nadi Shodhana, is that it helps us balance the passageways for the breath. And by that I mean every 90 minutes, the nostril that we predominantly breathe in changes. And so for the rest of our practice, we're working to find that balance. Go ahead and take 3 more full rounds. You'll know you've finished the round when you've exhaled on the side that you started. No rush to get there. Everybody's breath count is different. We got time. And after you complete that 3rd and final round, go ahead and just release the right hand. Maybe the palm faces up. Maybe you draw the pointer finger together. Just take that moment to sit in stillness. Check back in and notice how you feel. Keep a gentle, soft awareness on the breath. We'll be here for about another 30 seconds to a minute. When this feels comfortable for you, maybe you rub the hands along the thighs and just gently open the eyes, taking in the space. We're going to come into a half butterfly now, and we're going to start using the left leg. So you may consider staying on your bolster, on your block, or changing over to a blanket or to a pillow. This is where the thicker books may come in handy once again to place on either side of the leg. So turn toward the outstretched leg, the left leg. Sit up nice and tall for a moment. And then on your next exhale, let the chin come down. And just gracefully begin to roll the spine 1 vertebra at a time, forward and over the leg. And breathe in here. This might be a time to also create new ground by using a rolled up blanket or your pillow just to provide a little extra support for the chest. So as you're settling into this shape, and we're going to be here for about 4 minutes on each side. Forgive me, 6 minutes on each side because we'll take a variation. We're working right now to feel the stretch along the back side of the leg, the hamstring. So let the foot just go which way it wants to. Maybe it lightly points, maybe it lightly flex, maybe it rolls in, maybe it rolls out. Just let that happen and see what that can do for the shape. Allow the upper body to soften into the space below. And again, this does not have to touch. We're only going to about a 70%. We don't want to force anything. Let the body invite you to this. There's no end goal here, except to come out hopefully feeling a bit more refreshed, a bit more at peace. And that's always the intention, not necessarily a goal. So as you breathe in here, soften the front side of the body, knowing that the back side of the body is there to serve as a protector for you. Let the head release, let the neck soften. I'm going to be silent for the next little bit, letting you focus on your breath. This is a great opportunity to come back to that 10 deep breaths that we started with at the beginning of the practice. So inhaling for 1, exhaling for 1, so on and so forth up to 10. And I'll give you that 30-second warning. You have about 30 seconds left in this variation. And on your next inhale, just start to move the upper body over toward the inside of the leg, the right side. You might adjust your props, you might move them, working to move the stretch to the inside of the leg. You might lengthen a little bit further. You might use your props, you might not. Really up to you. You might go down the center a bit more. I'm going to sit back a little bit just so people can see. We'll be here for the next 3 minutes as well. So feel free to build yourself too as you come into this variation. Maybe you build yourself like a book tower or a block tower. Notice what the change has done to the breath. Notice what the change has done to the body. Tap back in. Come back to those 10 deep, long breaths. As you sink into the shape a little bit more, notice where you're feeling the most sensation. Just gently bring your awareness to that space. Send your energy there, send your breath there. Does that change things? Does it help you release a little bit more? Can you sink a little deeper in? Okay, if you can't, that's just where we're at tonight. Let's meet ourselves with compassion where we're at. About 30 seconds left here. And take a deep breath in and a deep, slow breath out. If you're ready, slowly use your hands to push your way up. Just take a moment to pause. Maybe you extend the legs out long, or just draw the knees in. And be here for a moment. Check back in with the breath. Check back in with how you feel. You're gonna get real tired of me saying that throughout the practice, but it's really important that we're sending ourselves an inquiry every time. Just be like, oh, different, new, same, I don't know. But we want that introspection because our yoga practice is a journey to help us learn about ourselves. And then as you're ready, we're going to come into the other side. So as you come into the other side too, while we were targeting the hamstring and the inside of the leg, our adductor muscles, you might have felt something a little bit in the back too, which is where we're likely targeting our QL muscle. And our QL muscle is a really important muscle because it works very closely with our psoas. So our psoas is a deep hip muscle. It's like right deep so in there. And so as the psoas does, so does the QL, because the only thing separating the psoas and the QL muscle is just the fascia that they share. So, for example, if you're finding that the QL is tight, it's likely that the psoas might be tight as well. If the psoas is tight, it's possible that it could be pulling the ribs down or the hips up, depending on how you feel. Fun anatomy facts. I like to bore you all with that stuff. All right, let's go ahead and get set up here. If you're not already there, you could have already tuned me out, which I don't blame you for. Blocks. Any props you need. Just draw the chin to the chest and roll forward here. And again, check in with what's happening in the ribs as you settle in. This might be an opportunity for you just to reach under and be like, I'm just gonna move the ribs, maybe move the flesh, just to see what that does. See if that helps you sink in a little deeper, find that deeper breath. So we'll be in this variation for 3 minutes. I'm gonna be silent until our 30-second warning. Let you tap into the breath. Let you tap into the body. Start to translate that for what that means to you. About 30 seconds left here. See if you can make yourself 5 to 10% more comfortable in this variation. See if you're able to let go of something that isn't serving you. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and then start to move to the inside of the leg once again, the left side, adjusting your props as you need. I ended up stacking my books on top of the other for this side. And again, folding forward, however feels good, feeling that stretch on the inside of the leg. We sometimes like to treat our legs like we might like two pets that we have, or for anybody who has children, like the first and second child. We want them to be the same. They're not. We want to let each side be different, let it be itself. So do that here. Greet each side as its own. About 30 seconds left here. Find a slow, gentle breath. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Very gently use your hands to push yourself up. Move any props you need to off to the side. And then just draw your knees in, but find your way onto your back, onto your belly. Take a puddle pose here. Allow yourself to lay down. Let the arms be as long as they want. Maybe the palms face up this time. Maybe the palms face down. As you take a deep breath in, let the breath fill you up. And then as you exhale, let everything go sinking into the mat, feeling supported by the earth. And then as you're ready, roll over onto your left side, curling up for a moment, pausing, and then pushing up, finding a comfortable seat. So the next shape we're going to take is shoelace. You may consider sitting on, again, your pillow or your blanket for this, but start by bringing out the legs nice and long, and then cross the left leg over the right. And then from here, start to bend at the knees, drawing the feet in so you can sit in between the space for the feet. All right. So we're gonna work toward a stretch on the outside of the left hip, and that will likely lead into the glute as well. Feel free to stay here, or feel free to start to pull forward. Again, using any props that you might need to help yourself feel supported in this shape. This might be pretty intense right now. And so all that breath work that we've been practicing, that we've been working on throughout the practice, can help guide you through this moment. We'll be here for 4 minutes on each side. Remember, you do not have to start off, and I don't recommend starting off in the deepest variation. Let yourself ease into things. Again, what can you learn new about yourself in this shape? Can you find a calmer, deeper breath? Can you use the breath to help you release, let go? Find a bit of relaxation in the body. And as we relax in the body, we're able to relax in the breath and relax in the mind. Knowing here that once again, the front side is protected by the back side and that we are safe in this moment. If you feel pain at all in the knees or in the hips, please come out of this and come into figure 4 on the back. You have about 30 seconds left here. Breathe deeply, breathe slowly. Take a full breath in, full breath out. As you inhale, slowly start to come on up. Let's have a little fun in our yin practice tonight as we transition to the other side. So bring your right hand behind you and then pick up, not moving your feet, twirling yourself around to the other side. I don't know why I love that transition so much. It's so much fun. So as you get into this side, take a moment again to acknowledge the differences, treat both sides as separate. For me, it's not as intense on the right side as it was on the left side. So it's going to be interesting as I fold forward. What does that feel like for you? What does this shape on this side feel like for you? Check back in. Then as you're ready, again, fold forward if you'd like or stay lifted. We'll have 4 minutes here. So take 10 deep, long, slow breaths. Or if you're feeling really connected to your breath, you don't need that. That's great. That's amazing. Just bring that gentle awareness to the shape. About 30 seconds left here. Find a slow, steady breath. Maybe you allow yourself to get 5 to 10% more comfortable. Take a deep, slow breath in and a deep, slow breath out. As you inhale, just gently lift yourself up. go ahead and unwind the legs. It's always interesting that as we're trying to unwind in our yin practice, and that one we're just like all bound up like a pretzel. Maybe I'm the only one who finds it interesting. I don't know. Go ahead and windshield wiper the feet here, and then find your way onto your back. We'll close out our practice with just a simple twist to help us reset the spine, reset the nervous system. And so as you're ready on your way to your back, draw the knees into the chest. Maybe you just come through a happy baby. Well, that felt like a good idea. Maybe it doesn't feel like a good idea. If it doesn't, that's cool. Just drop the knees then over to the left, gaze to the right. And if you're taking the journey through happy baby, maybe you roll from side to side, extending one leg and the other. And then in your time, in your space, bring the knees in, drop them over to the left, gaze to the right. Take up as much space, as much real estate on your mat as you'd like right now. Check back in. Notice how you feel. And then draw your knees back through center. Maybe you take that journey once again back through happy baby. And then as you're ready, drop the knees over to the right, gaze to the left. And then bring your knees back through center. Take a moment here. And then as you're ready, let everything go, Savasana. Our final resting pose, our deep relaxation pose. So feel free to use the props as you need. You can just use the ground. Maybe you bring the pillow or your big bolster underneath your thighs. Maybe you place something behind your head. Maybe you go back to that Supta Baddha Konasana that we had at the beginning of practice. Maybe now is when you put on your socks because you're like, oh, my feet are cold. And as you arrive here, just take one full breath in and a full breath out. Let yourself sink deeply into the mat. Let the neck soften. Let the jaw release from the hinges. And the roof of the mouth rise. Bring your palms to touch and rub them together. And then gently place the palms over the eyes, fingertips lightly pulling down on the forehead to the eyebrows to the cheeks. Letting any tension you're holding there begin to melt away. And pausing for a moment, just letting that warmth, letting that energy rest over the eyes. As you soften the eyes, soften the mind. Release the hands down as you're ready. Palms can face up or palms can face down. Up to you. Again, what do you need this evening? What do you need from this shape? Begin to feel the weight of your body on the mat. And slowly reawaken the body. Maybe you start by wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Maybe you draw the knees in and windshield wiper the feet. It might feel good to just move one hand on the side, just allowing the scapula to move up and down. Rocking the head from side to side. As you're ready, roll onto your favorite side. Pausing here, maybe you rest your head on your upper arm. And then as you're ready, gently transition up to a comfortable seat at the top of the mat. Feel free to close the eyes or find a soft point for your gaze. We'll close out our practice with the sound of Om. And even though we're all not in the same room, to feel that reverberation off the entire group, focus more on that reverberation, that sound in your body, and what that can do for you. So we'll take a cleansing breath to start. And then we'll inhale to Om. Bringing our hands together at our heart space. And bowing our head to our hands in a moment of gratitude. Thanking ourselves for making time for our mat. And silently thanking those who joined us tonight to create this virtual community, to create this virtual space. Can't wait to see you all again very soon in person to share this practice with you, to share your light, to share the energy. And as we lift our thumbs to the space between the eyes, the third eye center, the seat of the intuition, know everything you need is already inside. Namaste. Thank you so much, friends. It was so wonderful being able to share this practice with you. Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m., I'll be doing a 10-minute movement session, so you can sign up through the Mind Body app. It'll be live on YouTube, and it's free. So just 10 minutes of morning movement. So come check it out. And yeah, bye, everybody. Happy Monday. Have a great week. Hi, Justin.